If you're after a helmet camera that's a little more sleek and streamlined than the typical matchbox shaped action cameras and you need dual front and rear recording too, then this could be exactly what you need. The LooKIng DB-1. This is not a company I've heard much of in the past, but the camera seems to contain some features typically associated with more expensive models, in effect making it a dual camera dashcam for almost any activity. Packaged rather attractively, inside display at the very top is the camera itself, which we'll come to in just a moment, and just like other budget brands, you'll receive a whole array of added accessories, enough to put the more premium action camera manufacturers to shame. Not only do we have some standard adhesive mounting accessories, all compatible with the GoPro mounting ecosystem, we even receive specific helmet and strap mounts, as well as a remote control for the camera, and even a memory card to top it off. A really comprehensive package. Taking a closer look at the camera itself, this is one of the very few, if only, bullet style cameras that incorporates two lenses, one at either end of the device, providing front and rear video capture for riders. These are attached in this barrel type design for better aerodynamics over a matchbox type camera, and personally I feel this type of design much better suited to helmets in general. Notice the 15-degree bend in the design by the rear camera. This provides the best angle when in the riding position, ultimately giving the rider a perfect perspective of the front and rear view. Sticking with those lenses behind the 6-layered toughened glass, we find the Sony IMX307 sensor, best known for its Starvis night vision, which should provide for sharp, detailed video capture at full HD resolution at 30 frames per second. Pretty much the standard nowadays. We have a decent 140-degree viewing angle to top it off too. Other than some branding on either side of the unit, we have a small microphone pinhole next to some flaps towards the rear, one of which reveals a slot for the memory card to be inserted, up to 128GB being supported, and on the opposite side we find a micro USB charging port with a cable being included in the package, used to charge the built-in 1600mAh battery. Unfortunately, it's not a removable battery design, but a full charge should be good for around 2.5 hours of continuous usage. With the flaps secured in place, we have an IP65 rated water resistant design, as well as feeling very tough and robust, yet maintaining a relatively light weight at only 104 grams. That robustness continues with the single rubber coated button at the top, along with some status LEDs on each corner. Pressing different button combinations provides the ability to perform basic functions, such as format the memory card or switch the unit's wireless connectivity on and off. Talking of wireless connectivity, we do have that wireless remote to control the camera too, but there is no other way to set up or change settings on the unit itself. Instead, this needs to be done on the accompanying wireless app. So when it comes to using the camera, we receive two cards in the box. One contains a QR code for downloading the app itself, which is handy, and the other for downloading a user guide, since one is not included in the package. Fortunately though, the system is very easy to use, and after connecting to the wireless network it provides, it's quick and easy to connect to the unit through the accompanying app, which is available on both Android and iOS platforms. Here we see a live preview of what both the front and rear cameras see, with some slight lag, but nothing that's especially annoying. Just below we have the current resolution, so both cameras currently set to 1080p 30, along with a battery status indicator, although I would have liked to have seen a percentage indicator instead of these bars. Nevertheless, other than switching between video and photo capture, the latter of which most would probably never use anyway, we have controls to start and stop capture, change the resolution to 720p for smaller video files, useful if you are limited to a lower capacity memory card for instance, and finally a playback option to view recorded files. Otherwise there's nothing else to do here. We do have a settings menu, but again it's very limited and there's not much one would do here other than see remaining card capacity and to reformat the card itself. So all in all, a very basic app, but enough to get the job done. When it comes to mounting the unit, if you've mounted a standard action camera before, you'll be right at home here. In essence, we have this circular mount which wraps around the unit with a rubber strip in between, helping to maintain a tight grip. And as it's circular, you have the flexibility to mount the unit in any orientation depending upon whether you wish to place it at the top of your helmet or to either side. And when it comes to attaching to the actual helmet, the camera bracket attaches to standard GoPro style mounts, with a rotating buckle mount being included in the package too for smaller adjustments, leaving you to attach to the adhesive mount or a cycling helmet mount, or any other mount you may already have at your disposal. In this example, it's mounts slightly to one side but easy to level the camera up thanks to its cylinder design. Users also receive a handy strap mount in the package for mounting to a backpack strap at shoulder level, for instance, increasing versatility that much more. So mounting the unit is easy enough, but what about performance? Just like a standard vehicle dashcam, switch the unit on and it'll begin to record without you needing to press another button. It'll even loop the recording, so when your memory card fills up, it'll overwrite the oldest files on the card so you always have the most recent footage. We even find a lock button on the included wireless remote control which saves the last file from ever being overwritten, as well as a snapshot button which, as the name suggests, takes a still image from both cameras simultaneously. So all in all, standard dashcam stuff. Video files are saved separately from both front and rear cameras, and although there's no image stabilization whatsoever in the DB-1, when it comes to video quality I was left pleasantly surprised. It's no GoPro by far, but the quality is easily on par with most standard vehicle dashcams. Captured footage is relatively sharp and colourful from either of the cameras, easily enough to get the job done and capture details such as vehicle number plates, for example, even at some distance. In fact, while using and testing the device, I didn't have any issues at all. Once switched on, you can forget it's even there and just let it do its thing. It does get a little warm while in use, but again nothing I have any concern over, with no overheating or any other such issues experienced. Audio capture is okay, enough to get a feel for your surroundings and enough to capture any incidents at least, and footage under low light is as I'd expect, a little grainy, but again enough to capture what you need in most cases and still easily usable should the need ever arise. So all in all, what it comes down to is this: if you're a rider and want the absolute best in video quality when it comes to recording your trips, then this isn't for you, and neither is it designed to be. This is simply a basic dash camera for riders, and that job it does very well. Just like most vehicle dash cameras, it's a set and forget device with loop recording from both front and rear views, designed to hold footage from any incidents or mishaps. Yes, the app is very limited and there's no way to do anything with the camera unit itself, but that's the beauty of the setup. It's so simple to pick up and use, and generates good quality video that'll get you the evidence you need, should you ever need it. If you're a rider looking for a good dash cam for evidential footage, this really is a good option and comes well recommended.